Howdy. So here's another couple of examples on probability. So let's get started. Okay, the first video that I made on it, I'll put a link up above to that particular video in case you want to see more examples. So here it says, what is the probability of rolling a die twice and having a sum greater than 3? Okay, you are rolling exactly the same die. Okay, so here, okay, if you're going to roll a die, then what you're going to have is you're either going to roll a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6. Now, if you roll it again, then again you're going to get a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6. And now, of course, you can see when you're going to roll it 2 times and you're going to get a sum which is greater than, so this is a sum which is greater than 3. So when would that happen? So now, in order to do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use complements. Now, because rolling a die and getting greater than 3, there's a lot of possibilities. Okay, so notice that in all of these, okay, so what you have is, how many possibilities are there? You can roll, a 1-1, a 1-2, a 1-3, a 1-4, a 1-5, a 1-6, and so on and so on. So, you can roll all of these. Okay, and then find, so in total we have, 36 possibilities that we have. Now, out of those 36 possibilities, I'm going to use complements. So I'm going to find the probability, all right? And I'm going to see, because it says sum greater than 3, I'm going to say, what's the probability of getting less than 3? Right? So if I have the probability of less than 3, then I can use the complement and I can just simply say 1 minus, okay, the probability, okay, and this will be the opposite of the probability, right? So I'm going to use the complement within here to try to find it. So when do I not roll, okay, if I roll 2 times, when do I not get a sum which is greater than 3? Well, that's going to be if I roll, for example, a 1-1, right? So that's the sum is equal to 2. If I roll a 1-2, okay, well, then that's 3, okay? And then if I roll a 2 and a 1, for example, so again, that's going to be 3. Now, everything else, you notice, is basically greater than 3, So if you roll a 1 and a 3, that's already a 4, and then so on and so on. So here you only have, okay, so 3 possibilities out of the 36, okay, that are not greater than 3. And if you do that, so this is now becomes a lot simpler for us because this is 33 out of 36, okay, so that's what we have there. Now, of course, we can reduce this. So if we divide by 3, you're going to get 11 out of 12. And then you can convert it to percent if you wanted to. All right, so this is using kind of complements to try to find the answer. You don't have to use complements. You can count all of the ones, but that would be a lot of counting, right, that you have. But you would get exactly the same answer, okay, for those ones. All right, okay, so the next example. So you have been told that the chance of showers for tomorrow is 25%. And the chance of high winds is 50%. So now this is interesting because sometimes with weather, people think that if they're given these probabilities, sometimes they're dependent on each other. And sometimes they may be. But in this particular question, there is no dependence. Okay, they're kind of independent. They're telling you that showers are 25% chance and then high winds are 50%. And here it's asking us, what is the probability that it is a rainy day with high winds? So if it's a rainy day with high winds, so that means this happened and this happened. So how do I get the probability of the entire thing based on this information? Okay, so I know, okay, so for that particular example, that all I'm going to have to do is, okay, I'll take 25%, multiply it by the 50%, and then I'll get my answer. So this is, 1/4 times a half. And you'll find that, you'll get 1/8, okay, as your answer. And then you can convert this back into percentage if you wanted to. So it's a very low probability, okay, if both of these two things would happen. So those are these two particular examples. Okay, so I'll do another set, and you'll have a link coming up for that as well. All right. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.